Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of He's With Us. I'm Allanah Sierra, and today we are with Combo, with Jay, and with the beautiful Niki. How are you guys doing today?
Amazing.
Good.
Straight.
Amazing.
Nice. We're going to start this off straight up. Favorites in the NBA final. Who we got?
I'm going to go with the Pacers and the Spurs. You know, Tyrese Halliburton would have won an NBA championship a few years back if he didn't tear his Achilles. So I like him being back with Zubac and that team. They're going to have to play a little bit differently, but Carlisle has always adapted really well and saw the game through his best player's eyes. So I'm going to go with the Pacers, and I'm going to go with the Spurs.
I think you just want to be different.
No. Look, would the Pacers have won a championship if Tyrese does not go down the way he was shooting the basketball in the first half of Game
It
7?
was the first quarter. There's literally no way.
He was knocking it. If Halliburton's knocking it down, it's tough.
He had a great shooting night. I don't think there's any way I
In
can
the Game 7 of the NBA Finals, Jay.
I don't think there's a way we can say that the Pacers are going to make it to the NBA Finals.
Really?
Definitely not even win one. I don't even want to talk about that. But let's start with the Western Conference. You went with the Spurs. I got to disagree with you there.
Don't tell me the Warriors, Jay.
I'm not going to say
Okay.
We'll get to that a little bit.
Okay.
The Spurs are not going to the NBA Finals. First thing I'm going to tell you this. The Spurs are overrated. The second thing I'll tell you is Victor Wembanyama is overrated.
Damn.
Ooh.
There is no evidence in his entire career, from high school to club to international, that tells you that this guy is a winner. Not yet. He has not won at any level, okay? You remember the Olympics. You know who cooked them, right? My guy, all right?
This is what it's all about with Jay.
Wait, who's the guy?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, super fan.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna learn.
Era.
Yeah.
So the Spurs are not ready. I think there's going to be a transition period for them as well. De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, I think that's going to cause some turmoil because this will be the year where Dylan Harper becomes a starting point guard for that team. Then in the Eastern Conference, I think the Knicks are still the favorites. They still have to be the favorites. You know why? Because they're being underestimated even after winning. Even after they went out there and killed the entire Eastern Conference, they killed the Spurs. People still want to say that other teams are over them, and the disrespect is something that New York is not going to take lightly. So give me the Knicks, and in the Western Conference, I like OKC. I think they have something to prove. I think they're going to get healthy, and I think what happened last year with the Spurs was a little bit of a fluke. I don't see that happening again.
What you think,
You
Nikki?
know what? I have to agree and disagree a bit with Jay. I for sure think the Knicks are headed back to the NBA Finals. That's on the East Coast. And I was going with the Spurs. I really love Dylan Harper. I think he will get that starting position. He's going to be a star. I'm telling you, every time he went in the game, I was nervous. I'm a Knicks fan, and I was just like, get him out of there. He's such a pro, even in his rookie season, and I think that he's going to be their franchise player alongside Wemby. And then I like OKC as well. That's why I said I kind of agree and disagree because I kind of pick between the Spurs and OKC. I can't choose. I don't think SGA is going to let that happen again.
Exactly. I'm with you.
So before you get to the next topic, real quick, what if you guys see a world where Joel Embiid stays healthy, they bring in Ben Simmons, and LeBron James is playing at a high level? Can you see the Sixers winning in the East?
Okay, well, Ben Simmons is not going anywhere near that team.
Why not?
He's not going anywhere near
It's a perfect fit.
He's absolutely not. The only thing they need right now is shooting and athleticism to fill out the bench. And they have a lot of that already. You got Anthony Simons coming to the bench.
Yeah.
Is there a world where the 76ers make it to the finals? Of course there is. I think they have the most talented starting five, and I think the basketball fit makes sense. But if you look at all the moves LeBron has made in his entire career, he has never won the first year when arriving at a new place. He didn't do it when he went back to Cleveland. He didn't do it with the Lakers. And even when he built the super team in Miami, it didn't happen there either. They went to the finals and lost. This team has a lot to deal with. You got to talk about injuries. You got to talk about chemistry. You got to talk about fit, the basketball fit. There's a lot to work out there. And are they going to be on the court enough together during a regular season to get there? They
Okay.
need a healthy Embiid. They need a rejuvenated LeBron. They need enough basketball for Tyrese Maxey to get his shots, for VJ Edgecombe to feel comfortable in his role. That's a lot to deal with.
And then Brown. I mean, we have to talk about Brown too. He has to adapt to the whole starting five, to the atmosphere of the team. I mean, he knows how to play as a superstar, even being like a sidekick as well. So he'll know how to do that. But I mean, bringing in LeBron will have to have the ball as well. I mean, Edgecombe. Then you have Maxey. Maxey is a superstar too. I don't know. They're gonna have a lot of complications getting their flow together, I think.
Yeah, I'm not mad at those things. I do believe that if the Sixers go deep in the playoffs and make a finals run, it's good for the NBA, though. Yeah.
The NBA's best case scenario is the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Knicks in the conference finals, and then the winner of that plays the Spurs.
Yeah.
That is the best bet because you get LeBron, who's held the league down for 20 years, versus Wemby, who they are trying to make the face of the NBA. That's the clash of eras. That's the clash of who many people regard as the GOAT versus many people who think will end up being the GOAT in Wemby. That's the big draw for the money.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
What we got?
You don't think it's gonna happen?
No, absolutely.
That was gonna be my next question. What if LeBron does get that title for Philly? Do we agree that he would be the consistent GOAT?
Well, I believe LeBron James is the
GOAT. He would.
Yeah, I believe LeBron James is the GOAT already, and the only person he's really competing against right now is Michael Jordan, and that's the reason why he chose the Sixers. It's not like Steph Curry just waiting around in purgatory, not demanding a trade. I don't know how much he wants to win, but LeBron James wants to win title number 5, title number 6, and if he does that, he will play another season with the Sixers, bring in Bronny, and win title number 7 to be the consensus GOAT, the most longevity in NBA history, the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, and have one more championship than Michael Jordan. So this is not about anything else. LeBron James is not competing with anybody currently in the NBA. He is competing with MJ.
Okay, well, you said a few things. Even if LeBron James wins a ring with the Philadelphia 76ers, even if LeBron James wins a ring with the Philadelphia 76ers, there's no consensus GOAT. It would not make him the GOAT. Let me explain to you.
Wait. One thing, though. I said if he gets to 7.
I don't care if he gets to 10.
Oh.
Do you know why?
7 doesn't make him the consensus GOAT?
He's not getting to 5 and he's not getting to 6.
That's not the point. I said hypothetically.
But hypothetically, I live in reality. I don't want to talk about hypotheticals. I want to talk about what's really happening.
Okay.
It's not
Speak
going
on
to. He's not going to
it.
make him the GOAT. Do you know why it's not going to make him the GOAT? LeBron James has been in the league for over 20 seasons.
Yeah.
He has assembled teams. He has handpicked his coaches. He has changed the entire roster, and he still only has 4 rings. I don't want to hear about it. Only 4, and you played 20 years in the league. You have yet to accomplish what Michael Jordan did in 8 years. It's not going to happen. So if you could give him the 5th ring, he wouldn't be the best player on his team. He's going to try to get that finals MVP, but Jaylen Brown would have something to say about that. I think Brown would get it if they do get to the finals. It doesn't make you the GOAT because you played a long time. What makes you the GOAT is how did you dominate at the peak of your powers. You want to talk about Michael Jordan? Is there another player who played in Michael Jordan's era who has more than 3 or 4 rings?
No, nobody.
No.
Larry Bird is a little bit before him. Yeah.
And Bird got what, 3?
Yeah, Bird got 3. Magic got 5. Isaiah got 2.
Isaiah got 2.
Under Michael's watch.
And who got any in the 90s while Michael was active?
Hakeem Olajuwon when he left.
And he has 2.
Yeah.
So during
And Spurs got a couple, I think. Yep. Spurs got 1. Yeah.
99.
Yeah.
Spurs retired.
Right.
And during Jordan's reign, no player assembled or accumulated a bunch of rings.
Right.
During LeBron's reign, to be the GOAT, how is it that Steph Curry got 4 rings? In your time, when you're saying LeBron is in his prime, another player won 4. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Won 4.
I mean,
Hear about it.
Michael Jordan did not win a championship without Scottie Pippen.
That's fine.
Better.
That doesn't matter. He didn't change his players or change his team. So yeah, he played with the same team. Of course he's gonna win rings with Scottie. And you know what? What did Scottie do without Mike?
He did really well that year.
Did he?
Yeah, he played at MVP level. They didn't have that many more losses.
He played well. The team, he didn't win the MVP. The team did.
All-Star game MVP.
He didn't go to the finals. So without Mike, Scottie fell short. What happened with Scottie?
He fell short for
What happened
sure.
when Scottie went to the Blazers?
But
what happened when Scottie went to the Rockets? So people always try to do this. Oh, Scottie.
he had a great season that year, by the way. He retired.
Did they get the job done?
Yeah. No.
No. So
Okay, but
people love to do this
we
Scottie
didn't see the opposite of that. We didn't see Michael Jordan with no Scottie. We saw Scottie with no Michael.
But you did see Mike with no Scottie, and Mike was averaging 38 points.
Well, he was not winning championships.
But the second that he got an All-Star, he won all the rings he needed.
Do you think Michael Jordan wins 6 without Scottie Pippen?
I don't. Who are you replacing Scottie Pippen with?
I don't know. Draymond Green.
I
There
think
you go.
Michael Jordan
I don't know,
is very
maybe.
close to winning something without whoever.
I think Scottie Pippen's underrated at this
I think
point.
he's a dog. I think he's a winner. Like, he's gonna go get that win. That's what Michael Jordan does. So whoever his supporting cast is, not that they won't be stars, they can still be leveled. Like, Scottie Pippen was amazing. But Jordan is the glue. He's the heart. He had that fire. You understand? That's what is missing from the superstars a bit today. The fire that he has.
Yeah, we saw the result of the Bulls without Jordan. We watched it multiple seasons. It didn't get to the level it needed to. The difference was Mike. We've seen Scotty play with Tony Kukoc. She's upset when Kukoc gets the last shot. We've seen Scotty underperform in the playoffs, have 8 points, have a migraine and can't play. We watched it, and Mike still carried. So we can't go back and rewrite history. LeBron is amazing. To me, he's the second best player of all time, and that's not a slight. It's just he falls below the standard of Michael Jordan, which I know that he's chasing because he just said, I'm playing for rings. You didn't start playing for rings this year.
He is chasing them. I agree with that.
Your entire career, and still after 20 years, you fall short in that category. You fall short at MVPs. You fall short you have the longevity stat because you scored the most.
He's also the all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, he is. But how many times has he led the league in scoring?
I don't
led
know.
the league in scoring 10 times. So he's not a better scorer. He just played longer.
He's not a better scorer. He's not a better scorer. Yeah.
No.
I mean, we could all agree that.
Only thing he does better than
He's a better passer.
Yeah, and that's it.
He's a better rebounder.
I wouldn't say that.
He's a better
I
rebounder.
wouldn't say that.
Michael Jordan, first of all, led the league in scoring for 10 years. Amazing. Like that's a truth that needs to be put out there more. I didn't know that.
Look at Jay dropping knowledge.
10 times he leads the league in scoring, okay? And the seasons he doesn't lead the league in scoring, I believe it was his rookie season and one of the seasons when he was injured.
Okay. All right.
Mike is here, man. There's no way around it. Shout out to Braun, man. But when it comes down to it saying this is the greatest, it's Michael Jordan.
Valid points were made. I can't even lie. Very valid points. Y'all brought him up a couple of times. Jaylen Brown. Why was he actually traded?
Jaylen Brown was traded because of money and not because of basketball. Paul George has to be paid one less year than Jaylen Brown, and that's why they did it. They're not trying to win championships. They're trying to save money, with all due respect to Paul George, who's 37 years old. But Jaylen Brown is a real deal, finals MVP. To me, he's been the best player on that team for years and years and years, no matter what anybody says. And now he will go on to win a championship if they bring in Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid stays healthy with the 76ers. He's the missing piece. They got the clutch component.
We got a drug test you have to do.
You were with me for a second, though.
Yeah, I'm a Jaylen Brown guy. Shout out to Jaylen.
Yeah.
And I think he was the best player on that Celtics team. I think without...
For years, you thought that, right?
Maybe the last season.
Yeah, well, obviously last season.
No, I mean...
Okay.
Because of what he did defensively.
Right.
I'm taking on the challenge. He really just took Lucas Shane, to be honest. Why was he traded? I think you hit one of the components. I think it's actually 3 things. And I think it's, all of them together. It forced the Celtics to make a move. Obviously, it's the money. The Celtics have new owners. The private equity comes into basketball, so they're about maximizing the dollar and profit. So you're not going to make as much money if you have to pay him. I think it's the richest contract in NBA history Jaylen Brown has. Then you have to pay Tatum. You got to pay a bunch of other guys. Eventually, they don't want to hit that second apron. I think that's the first reason. The second reason why is his personality. He's an outspoken, intelligent black man in a city that, if we're being honest, historically has not been friendly to black stars. Even Bill Russell, the greatest Celtic of all time, dealt with immense racism in Boston. So I think being that kind of person and not shying away from conversations, I think rubs people the wrong way. I mean, you go on ESPN and say he's not marketable. I don't think that's the truth. I just think that someone being raw and honest and challenging the norm is something that many people are afraid of. So when you put those 2 things together and you got to make a decision, who's our franchise guy, I think Tatum is a safer bet. And there's also, you can't lose with Tatum either. He's an amazing basketball player. So
yeah, and I also think there's redundancy in skill set with Paul George and Jason Tatum. Like, it doesn't even make sense from a fit perspective. Even prime Paul George, it's less of a fit than Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. So I really don't get it from a basketball perspective. Obviously, I totally agree with all your points, and I just think it's about saving money and being more efficient, I guess, with your contracts. I mean, they said Jaylen Brown was the 7th guy, according to Bobby Marks from NBA People, on a team. He was literally the best player on a championship team. It doesn't make sense. Niki, I got a question for you before we segue. Better 2-way player, Jaylen Brown or Jalen Brunson?
Come on, I'm going with Brunson. I'm going with the Knicks.
Why?
I'm going with Brunson.
Better 2-way?
Why? Because I'm small guard. This is personal. This is
Okay,
my
okay.
opinion, right? I'm a small guard. Brunson is a small guard. I know what it's like to be a small guard, right? We have to work harder than everyone, trying to get the rebounds, trying to play defense.
Always getting posted up.
Yeah, always getting posted up.
Yeah.
And Jaylen Brunson, Brunson like really proved himself
He
to get the job done. You know, he put in the work. He was sliding his feet. He was staying active. And then his post game down low is top in the league.
Footwork
His
impeccable.
footwork down low is impeccable. Yeah. They can't guard him. The bigger guards can't guard him. The guards that are his size can't guard him. So I give all hats to him. I mean, Brown isn't that much bigger than him, but he's bigger than him for sure. And so, two-way player, I go Jaylen Brunson all day.
You know what's crazy about Jaylen Brunson and watching him in that last game? It felt like he could play a whole other series. Like, he just had so much energy left in Game 5. It felt like he could just keep going. I'm known as a Jaylen Brunson hater, but you got to give credit where credit's due. What we got, Allanah?
My next question is, when do y'all think Curry is going to retire? And then I have a question after that. When do y'all think he's going to retire?
Honestly, Curry is like one of my favorite players. Also, for the same reason, this is personal. I'm a shooter. Curry's a shooter. Run me around screens. Get me the ball. And it's just unfortunate that the team broke down. Klay Thompson got hurt. Then they made all these trades. And now he's kind of like left, up in the air with no, the game plan has changed. And so I feel that maybe he's unhappy with that. And so we need to build the team back up. We need to get that same flow going so that he can feel back in his element. But I love Steph. I hope he doesn't retire yet. I was actually hoping that LeBron would go to Golden State so that they can play together.
Imagine.
I know LeBron was probably not feeling like he would get a ring there, so he didn't choose that. But that would have been historical. It would have been amazing. I would have loved watching that.
I'm gonna let Jay get to it in a second, because for those that don't know, Jay is a Steph Curry super fan. But my thing is, does Steph Curry really want to win? We know LeBron James wants to win another championship. I'm not feeling that same energy from Steph Curry. He's feeling, to me, it's starting to feel like Steph Curry is a little bit complacent, Jay.
Don't you sit on this couch and disrespect the God, man. Don't do that.
A little complacent, Jay.
Get him, Jay. Get him.
This is why you don't feel that. Because he's not in the media running his mouth. He's not sending subliminal messages to his...
I feel like he's more worried about his brand than winning.
Stop it.
Demand the trade.
His brand is winning. And that's what's wrong with people these days. They're not used to loyalty. The second things get tough, they want to ask out. They want to start trading their teammates. But Steph is sticking with it. And I'm upset. I'm upset because I think he has 2 more years on his deal. And I think he could play another 3 or 4 years because we haven't seen him ever been able to be a secondary scorer or creator. Even when KD was there, he's still running around like crazy. He was such an important part of the offense. If we could get him with another guy who would be the primary ball handler and scorer, you could see him play a more complementary role, which will extend his career.
Don't you feel like Draymond has always been that primary ball handler?
The ball moves so much, I don't think so. Because even when Draymond has it, the end goal is to get the ball back to Steph.
100%.
So I think while Draymond may initiate the offense, the goal is still to get the ball in Steph's hands. When it's late in the shot clock, he's in charge of getting his shot off, playing in isolation. He has to chill. He's dealing with runners. That's an injury that doesn't go away. We got to get it. Jaylen Brown should have been a Warrior right now.
Oh, that would have been a good fit.
That would
have been a good fit. I was thinking the same thing.
Be a primary scorer and allow Steph to relax a little bit.
They feel well together.
To extend his career so that he could really... Imagine Steph just focusing on shooting. Just shooting, not creating for everybody else. It would just be...
I asked you this before. I'm sorry to keep going back to Jaylen Brunson, but who's currently better, Steph Curry or Jaylen Brunson?
Jaylen Brunson just won a ring and he's a Finals MVP. So the victor goes to spoils. He wears the crown right now.
Okay, I like it.
But when the season starts,
Jay, I really like you, Jay. I mean, everything that you said so far is like straight on. It's exactly how I feel because me and Combo, we go back and
we
forth.
disagree.
But Jay, you're my best friend right now. Me and Jay, bestie.
It's Harlem. It's Harlem. You know what I mean?
Harlem. That's what it is. Thank God.
It's Harlem.
But when the season starts in October, when Steph Curry goes out there game 1 and he's healthy, Stephen Curry is the best point guard in the NBA.
I just feel like with Steph Curry, it's Giannis 2.0. He's just letting it linger a little bit too much and should demand a trade right now because Steph Curry should want to win another NBA championship. We could all agree that Giannis stayed too long with Milwaukee, and the same thing is happening with Steph Curry and the Warriors.
I want him to ask out.
Oh.
That's what I would like. I would like, and you said Giannis, I would like to see him in Miami. You know where else he could go? He could go to San Antonio and play with Wemby.
I agree.
Then you have Dylan Harper as a primary ball handler. You have Steph Curry as your 2 guard, and then you have Wemby. Can you imagine a pick and roll?
Amazing.
So that's what I would like to happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen. He's not that type of person to go out there and say, "Oh, I want to leave the team."
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Steph is like a really loyal guy. You can tell just by his family or orientation and just the way he moves. He's so loyal, and I think that would like crush him, feeling like he's betraying the city. You know, betraying all of his fans and the team. But I agree with you. I haven't thought about that, but I would say go to the Spurs with Dylan Harper and Wemby.
They need his shooting. Yeah, that would be perfect fit. Yeah,
they'd definitely be contenders to the finals.
And they would be the favorites.
It would make the NBA so fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what the league needs, and then you also need a closer in San Antonio. If you watch the finals, why did they blow all of those leads? Because this is why I said Wemby's overrated. He's not ready to close the game. He doesn't have a back to the basket game. He's not there yet. People have to give him a minute to develop fully and get used to it. But if you put him with a guy like Steph, who can close the game way better than De'Aaron Fox, it makes him.
And I like your Giannis point, because Giannis always needed a closer. He had Chris Middleton to close for him. Yep.
So,
and
I don't think it'll happen. But
Allanah, you're going viral for saying Wemby over Jordan, and now you're against Wemby. Come on, man.
I always have been. I just think his height is a big disadvantage. I mean, it's a big advantage.
Of course it is.
To other players.
Yeah.
But I still think he's not.
He's not him?
No.
He's not him? Okay. What do we got?
No, that wasn't even my question. That was just like an initial question. But I love how you guys just make my job easier and bleed into the next question. Because I was going to say, will Curry end his career with Golden State?
Yeah, I believe he will end his career there. Let's say by some miracle he goes to another team. He will eventually end up back with Golden State and he'll retire, whether it's a one-day thing or whether it's a one-more season thing. But I'm shocked. I made a website, freestephcurry.com. I'm trying to get him out of there. I reached out to Aisha, answer the message.
You did not.
Yeah, I did. I want him out of there. It's just one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you
want me to tell
you think Aisha's controlling the situation?
Yeah, you better listen to your wife.
Jay is right. Jay is right. It's his legacy. Steph Curry's legacy. He's done so much and so amazing. And now the last 3 years, it's like they're not even making the playoffs barely.
Steph Curry got 5, right?
4.
Oh, he got 4. I thought he had 5. Okay.
And listen, I'll tell you this. You keep talking about goats and who's this and rings. Let him get 5.
He's the GOAT?
No, he'd be second of all time. If he gets 5 rings, he would be the second best player of all time.
He's going to go above LeBron.
Yeah.
So it's Jordan, Steph, and then LeBron.
If Steph gets
and then Jaylen Brunson.
This is ridiculous.
So you're doing it based off of rings?
Exactly.
A ring is a part of it, yeah.
So Robert Horry's the GOAT. Let's go.
Robert Horry was never the best player on the team, number 1.
Yeah, come on.
But if you give him 5, his record against LeBron in the finals is 3-1.
He has the better team.
Why? Because he's the better player.
No, because he had the better team, because the system. He's playing with the second greatest shooter of all time.
I don't want to hear that.
Draymond initiated offense, which allowed him to play off the ball, and then he also cleaned up everything Steph Curry did defensively. He was in the perfect system, Steph Curry.
Average 30. So what? It doesn't mean anything.
Kyrie took Steph Curry
Yeah, he did. Listen,
to end the 53-year drought.
Listen, that was a great play, but this is all hypothetical. If he gets to 5 rings, and there's no doubt in my mind that he goes down as the second best player in NBA history. Do you know why? There's multiple reasons. Let me give you one. He's the only player in the top 5 or even the top 10, depending on where you have him ranked, who's not supposed to be there. Michael Jordan.
Jokic. Jokic's not supposed to be there. He's a top 10 player of all time, though.
He's not there yet.
He was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial.
What that got to do with me?
He's the greatest offensive player ever.
With me, Magic Johnson was supposed to be there. Larry was supposed to be there. Kareem
Was he? Larry was doing sanitation after his first year in college.
No, but no.
He was a garbage
Larry
man.
was in college, and he goes to the national championship.
Bobby Knight got him out of there.
Matter. He was supposed to go down, and he was going to go down as the best white player regardless. Okay?
Besides me. No, God, no.
So, all those guys who are in that list are supposed to be there.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Steph would be the only guy who said he's not even supposed to be an all-star. He's not even supposed to be the best player on the team. He's not supposed to win a ring. He would be the only one who has changed the entire narrative and trajectory of his career. more than any of those guys. So I think everything is going in his direction. He's also impacting the way basketball is played more than any other player in the history of the
That's
NBA.
fair.
That's a fact.
That's fair.
That's that.
Who do y'all think is going to take the leap this year in the NBA?
Naz Reid. I mean, Naz Reid was always a great NBA player, but the situation he's now with the Charlotte Hornets, they could really feature him. And I think he has all-star talent, and I think he'll be an all-star this year. So shouts to Naz Reid, has been a great player in the league for a long time, but I think he'll be able to be featured more with the Charlotte Hornets and will become an NBA all-star and take even another leap.
I think Dylan Harper, man. I'm telling you, I'm riding with Dylan Harper. I think he's the next one up. I think he proved himself in this finals run. He literally was the best player on the court for like 2 games in a row. I was shook. Seriously, watching as a fan, I was just like, we got to keep this kid out the game. You know, I was happy when they were putting De'Aaron Fox back in. No disrespect to De'Aaron Fox, but Dylan Harper was getting right to it. He knows what he wants to do. He's determined. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles. He's offensively aggressive, defensively also aggressive and focused. I like Dylan Harper.
Do you think there's a world where this could become Dylan Harper's team and not Wemby's team?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
I think
crazy.
they can have like a Batman Robin thing going on.
Where Dylan could be Batman.
I think so. I mean, they didn't put the ball in his hands as much as they should have. So of course we don't know. Maybe maybe he would get tired. Yeah. You know, maybe the pressure would hang on him more. But as far as I'm concerned, what I saw, as a rookie, to do what he did, that was amazing.
He's like their Ginobili and Wemby's like their Duncan in a way. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I can see it.
Ginobili's impact.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
So y'all did all the Jersey guys. Those are 2 Jersey guys.
Yeah, shouts. Look at the connections, guys.
Shout out to Naz Reid. Shout out to Jelly Fam. Shout out to Roselle. So you know, it's funny. I had those 2 players. I had 3 players. I had Naz Reid.
Great minds think alike, Jay.
I had Dylan Harper. And I had Jaden McDaniels.
I like that.
So these are Timberwolves guys that I had because that's one of my favorite teams to watch. And I think it could be anyone. I think Naz Reid is one of the most special and talented players in the NBA. What he could do scoring the ball at his size. He was Jelly Fam in high school. So he could finish at the rim like a guard, but also has the size of a big man.
And could shoot it. Yeah.
With a basketball. So I think in Charlotte, like you said, they're going to be playing free.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get a lot more shots than he did coming off the bench in Minnesota. But Jaden McDaniels is a superstar. Jaden McDaniels is
superstar, yeah?
He's a killer. He's a star. Let me correct myself. He's a star. He's an all-star, and he's a killer.
Yeah.
When Anthony Edwards goes down, and then you look the other opponent in the eye, who's an MVP in the NBA, 3-time MVP, and say, you're not better than me. I'm going up your chest.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see from a player. So I think Jaden McDaniels, this year, he's going to be on a revenge tour. Minnesota has something to prove because if they were healthy, they would have been in the NBA Finals. Because they would have whooped San Antonio if they were healthy.
I like it. Yeah, those are definitely the 3 names that come up when it comes to taking a leap. And I'm looking forward to seeing this NBA draft class because this is one of the best top 4s ever as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Enough about the NBA.
Ooh.
Let's get to the WNBA. Yeah. Who do y'all think is the face of the WNBA?
Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. When you think about the face of the league, it's who your grandmother would know. And everybody's grandmother knows who Caitlin Clark is. Plus, she's box office. She could shoot from 40. She could pass the basketball like Trae Young. She's a Steph Curry type player, and everybody knows about the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. Keep doing your thing, Caitlin. We appreciate you.
Listen, we do appreciate you, Caitlin. And politically, you are correct as far as her having her face out there and her name, you know, because it's the aura. People aren't talking about it. But as far as the game goes, I would choose a player more so like a Paige Beckers. I think her game, her mid-range, her ability to get to the basket, her ability to lead her team, big guard, play defense. Not that Caitlin can't do those things, but something swaggy about Paige that it fits. And also, what about Kelsey Plum? What about all of the players on the Aces? What about Asia Wilson?
I'm not mad at your takes, but I feel like you're talking about more who's the better player and not who's the actual face of the NBA.
Well, they can be the face. The controversy surrounding Caitlyn has made her the focal point because of the controversy. Let's be real.
Not because of her style of play, like
No,
what
her
she was
style-
doing in college?
Not really her style. It was more so in college, yes. College, she opened up the gate. She shoot from half. That
Yeah.
all ended once the WNBA started. We know that, right? That changed. She's not really shooting from half anymore. I mean, she'll shoot once or hit twice, but it's not as repetitive as she was in college. And so I think there's more other players that if we put the light on them, they will be the face. But right now, the controversy has it for Caitlyn. What can you do?
I'm going with the stud buns.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. I think it's the '80s effect with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Not in terms of play style, but you have Caitlin Clark, you have Angel Reese. I think you have Paige. There's a number of players. What's homegirl from Caitlin's team? Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of players who got the spotlight on them. So I think it's by committee right now. I don't think there's one player.
Yeah,
who's
true.
standing out.
I
Which is
agree.
good for the league. I think you need parity. So
I like that. I like that a lot because I think there's so many of them who are, making a run, even like in the media and also on the court. So they deserve it as well.
End it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna end it here. Nikki, tell me more about New York versus New York, because I know you're getting more and more involved. I see you on Instagram. I'm really proud of you. Tell me more, Nikki.
So New York versus New York is a high school New York City basketball tournament brought to you by Nike and Jordan. They're the main sponsors. And of course, Foot Locker, powered by Foot Locker. And so for 8 years now, we've been bringing in the best talented high school players. Some players we bring from out of town, but mainly they're all of the parks that are notable playing against each other. For example, West Fourth, Dykeman, Gersh, Tri-State, Watson. And then we've added now Bowling Up in Harlem. And also Lincoln Park was already there. We added Bowling Up in Harlem and we added Zone 6. And I mean, if you guys have a chance to get to these games, please get to the games. They're just so crazy. We have the talent that is playing. It's such high level.
Yeah.
And Zone 6 is the newest team, them and Bowling Up in Harlem, and they're 3-0. They're like killing teams right and left. It's amazing. And so now I get a chance to be part of it in a different element. I'm actually one of the MCs joining Cha-Ching and Jaden Smith, who's Spicy Talk. And I just feel happy to be there, because I'm getting my MC on.
Hey.
And there's also a female side. So not only do we have the boys, we also have the girl high school players who are the best in the city. And these girls are coming strapped up. One of the girls, Jen Pollock, just played this past days. She's in 8th grade. She had 30+ points. I mean, this girl is going to be #1 in the country next year in high school.
Love it.
Mark our words.
Love it.
#1
Love
in the
it.
country.
Love
Her name
it.
is Jen. Watch out for her. But yeah, New York versus New York. We're every Tuesday and Wednesday. And I'm one of the hosts. So
Let's go,
come check
Nikki.
me out. I'm one of the new
All right,
MCs.
real quick, Jay, YouTube, I've been tuning in. You've been hating on Rick Ross, but that's okay. But I really enjoy the content and you do a great job. Where can we find you?
you can find me at j.roebuck on Instagram. If you go on YouTube, you can type in jroebuck, JayRoebuck. You'll find a YouTube page. All the hip hop, media, business, all of that stuff. If you're into finance, that's all there.
You can find Combo on the internet. All right?
And me too.
And Nikki.
And you can find me on Instagram at NINI_.
Let's go, let's
Venus.
go.
Nini Venus.
All right, sign us out.
All right, guys, that has been He's With Us. I'm Allanah Sierra, Nikki, Jay, and Combo. We will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Peace.